And so
Bobby.
Yeah. Hey, Ann.
Yeah.
I'm muting myself because I'm on the phone with Scentsy.
Okay.
I have to take care of a situation. So I'm going to mute myself. But I just push mute in the bottom left-hand corner to mute myself, right? Is that right?
Yep.
Hello.
Mute you, right?
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Hi, my name's Sarah. I'm laying in bed with my little boy.
Sounds good, Sarah. We're just about to get started. Just give us a second to let other people get on.
Okay.
And then we'll mute everyone. Or you might have to mute yourself tonight because I am calling remotely and not like I usually am. All right, I think we're gonna get started. Kind of can't see me. So I am Anne Scott, and Miss Jennifer is the other Superstar Director that is part of this group. So if you're in Jennifer's group or if you're in my group, great to see you guys tonight and super excited to be here. Just gonna see if I can change something. Nope. Okay. So we are going to talk about fundraisers tonight, and I'm super excited. And I keep looking over to this side because it's bugging me, but maybe if I change my there we go, because I want to make sure that I'm looking in the right spot. So I just want to start the meeting off with my group I know is having a great April. Jen's group I know is going to have a fabulous April as well. And we're super excited about this business, but I have to share a little personal story. So when I think of Scentsy, I think of my relationships that I've had with Scentsy and the people that I have gotten to meet. I wouldn't know Jennifer Crowder at all if it wasn't for Scentsy, and a lot of the people in my organization I would not know. But when you start earning trips and you start traveling with other Scentsy people, you build these relationships, and they're like no other relationship. It's just different. It's just on a different level. They're just really, really cool. So Tony and I and our family, we live in Sartell, Minnesota, and it's about an hour north of Minneapolis. And about 2 weeks ago, Tony heard about a golf tournament that is at in Branson, and it is close to one of our friends, Doug and Diane Dreyer. And we met Doug and Diane back I've known Diane since 2010 because of Scentsy, and I went to a training that she did in Minneapolis, but I didn't really know her. So I knew who she was. She is a Shining Star recipient. She's been around. She's kind of like one of the original Scentsy. I don't know. I just think of her like that. But then we got to meet and really hang out with them in Charleston, South Carolina for the Pick, Pack, and Play incentive trip. And at that time, you know, I was pregnant with Harlow. We've for I don't know, for some odd reason, but at that trip it was them as a couple and another couple, and we completely have kicked it off. And great people. We're staying at their cabin, like no big deal. Yeah, come on down. We spent the day with them. And like Tony and I were talking about, you know, Scentsy's great because it can give me an income, but it's really great. And I really have to remember that Scentsy is way more than an income, because I would not know the drayers. And we are so blessed that we have the opportunity to have friendships from people in other states that we wouldn't get to know. So sometimes when we're not making the money that we want, or we're not seeing the progress that we want in our business, it still doesn't mean that we're, you know, not doing well in Scentsy. I always have to think back to like, what is Scentsy to me? And Scentsy to me is a lot of my awesome relationships. So you just never know where their Scentsy business is going to take you. We've had so many amazing opportunities because of Scentsy, and not just because of the dollars that we make or the money that we make, but the people that we've made friends with. It's just pretty cool. So, we've been here since Saturday, and we will leave on Wednesday, and they have just completely opened up their cabin to us, and it's just amazing. So I hope that you all get to have fantastic relationships like that with Scentsy, because it's pretty cool. So we're going to talk about fundraisers tonight, and I love fundraisers, and fundraisers are perfect right now because Reach for the Beach, we need points, right? So PRV is a really great way to earn points for the trip. And you know, I think of other organizations that are needing money that we can help them earn the money with Scentsy fundraisers. And so a lot of people, when I talk about fundraisers, and they're like, I'll get questions about like, well, who pays them? You know, they seem really daunting and really scary. They can be. There's sometimes that people get whole wide schools, and, you know, 600 to 700 kids. But it's all a system, and it's really simple because it's just like a basket party. There's no extra stuff. That's how I take it. I take it as it's kind of like a basket party, but a really big basket party and a bunch of different people. So I'm just going to show you some of the stuff that I've done with fundraisers. I've had a lot of success with fundraisers, especially early in my business. I earned Hawaii off of fundraisers. I guarantee I did, because I know I did. I had like a $4,000 fundraiser, and back in the day, we didn't have the point systems that they have now, and you could just earn it off of PRV. But it was a lot of PRV. So this was like an easy, quick way to do that. So I'm going to kind of like, let's get like the nitty gritty stuff out. It's Scentsy does not put anything towards the fundraisers. As independent consultants, we are the ones that pay the organization. Scentsy has nothing to do with it. So remember that. You get to pick what you give out. I give out 25% if they do under 2,000. So I give my full commission that I would get off of the PRV. And then I would give 30% if they do the 2,000. So, but again, that's just my PRV, what I would earn. So if I have a team, I would still be getting any bonus or leadership bonus money that I would be getting. I obviously don't donate that. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it. Some people will donate like, you know, an extra amount that they want, or they just do a flat rate. I've seen some people do 15%, like not even the full commission, half of the commission. It's totally up to you guys and how you want to do it. So you get to do what you want. So you don't have to make it super like expensive or super detailed, like, well, I shouldn't say detailed, but you don't have to make it like so crazy big that it's overwhelming, because it can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. So if you keep thinking simple and focused, it's really simple. So I've done a few different ways of fundraisers. I am most successful at the full catalog fundraisers. I've done all sorts of different ones. I've done just the Scent Circle fundraisers where you can do 6 packs for $20, and then it's just a flat rate. Obviously, we don't buy 6 packs at $20, so they would get the extra, like, I think it was like $3.54 once taxes got paid out and shipping, if I had to pay for shipping. So they would get that extra little bit that way, plus the commission. It seems to work okay, but I'm just not as successful. And it could have been just the group. It could have been the wrong time. I don't know what the reasoning is, but I always feel like I always get a better turnout when I give the full catalog. So before I left, I quick grabbed some of the stuff that I just had made up. And this one was back in last fall. And so I have the old catalogs. But what I put in my packets and what I give them, I print out like a sheet that gives the people that are selling like all of my information, like how do you get a hold of me, when the fundraiser starts, when it ends, how I get payment. Like I have that all printed out. It's 2 sides worth of information that they can have. And I keep getting notifications. It's really like helpful, like when they get paid, how much they're going to get paid. I mean, just any of that basic details that you would think that they would need. And I know mine's posted on my group, but I'll send it to Jen too, so that she can post this document that I have. She can post it on her team page. It won't be tonight. It won't be before probably Thursday, because I'm not at my computer. So, but I'll get that to her. And if I forget, remind me. So just go in, change your information, and use that, like however you want to change it. But it just kind of is a really simple guideline. And Jen might already have it, so I don't know. But then I also just recently started, like, I went through I have 2 catalogs, 2 full catalogs. I flag the bundle and saves so that they go right to that page, because I feel like I like to save people money, and I feel like they're here, and I feel like we should be using them. Now, sometimes people won't let people order in bundles and saves, and that's fine. And then they donate that extra money. So they don't have 6 packs, they give that extra $6 to the organization. Another way you could do it. Okay, I give 2 catalogs, my sheets that I have. I give an example of how to do an order form, and then I give 5 order forms, and I have it all highlighted out of what they need to fill out. And then I make little stickers, everything's backwards, like who the check is out to, the tax rate, and then the free shipping. I just put that on there. And then I also make a sheet that like signs out my samples, and I do little organza bags of samples that I have. And so I've been around for Scentsy for 9 years, so I have a ton of samples, and I just use the ones that are always repeatable. Like I feel like I always have a lot of the same scents, and so I just keep those. And then I've had a lot of times where these don't get returned, and then I'm making new ones. And obviously, if I'm giving out my money, I'm not making any money on the initial purchases. So I try to like keep my money low. And I then sorry, I keep getting distracted by notifications. I number them. So then I number them here when they fill out like who's taking information. So then I also have this, so then I get that contact information as well for the person that's doing the fundraiser. Because a lot of times I'll get students that will hand in orders and I don't know who the parents are to like say, hey, this order doesn't have the money, or can you, because a lot of times I'll get these back and they won't have any information, but they'll have something like a scent circle, or not a scent circle, a scent pack ordered in the wrong scent, or scent that it doesn't come in. So then it's like, okay, well, how do I find out who grandma is? And so then this was the way that I could get the parent's phone number. It's like address, phone number, email, and then I got the emails from that. Then I ask like if they want their own free shopping page, and I just kind of do a bunch of stuff like that. So I can also send that to Jen, and I think I have this also, a double sheet of that. So everything that you see you'll get, I'll send it to Jennifer, and mine's already out there, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so back to my sheets. I go through the catalog and I print, or like I highlight certain things on certain pages. So here's like this Scentsy Fundraiser tips sheet. Here's a few tips about the catalog and products that will help you while out doing your fundraising orders. Like page 6, the charitable items. It just talks about why we have them. Scentsy, or page 10, Scentsy Go, our newest product, a perfect option for scents on the go, portable and battery powered. So it just like basic stuff, but like I'm not there, and sometimes I feel like this stuff that I highlight is the stuff that they go look in the catalog, and then that's what they order. So if you want like a certain thing to be ordered, I feel like this is like putting it in here. They're like, oh, I should go see that. Warmers and diffusers, just talking about, the finishes, the styles of all the different warmers, and then I put the page number. The trademark warmers are not available for any bundle and save packages on page 70. Just lay that out there. Scentsy on the go, room sprays, travel tins, scent circles, and it says, not all of the scents come in all of the products. Please check the chart when ordering. Then I put the page number that the chart is on. Scentsy body. Buddies, a lot of times I make people order buddies online because you guys know how fast they can like literally sell out. So I make them go and order those online. And then kid warmers, fresh and clean, page 70, like this one was start here when working with your customer. This is a great place to help your customers get the best price. And then the last, pages are like accessories and light bulbs, letting them know that they can order light bulbs. And that's huge. I used to do a sticker on all of my backs of my catalogs about light bulbs, like addressing the 3-pack. And it's amazing how many people, like if you call that out, that they will order the 3-pack. And if you have 50 people that order $5 more, that's quite a bit more to add to the fundraisers. So to them it's $5, but it's helping the fundraiser out nicely. So that's kind of one way that I've done it. I talked about doing the scent circles fundraiser, where you do the 6 packs and you just sell for $20. And then I take out whatever the tax rate is, and I buy them at the $6 price, 6-pack price. And then I also, this one that I did, I use the half price and the free, and I let them use it. Typically I keep the half price and the free rewards for myself when I do a fundraiser. And that's how I've built up my stock to do my larger events, to get bars for samples, anything that I would need for my personal use, like laundry. I don't even know when the last time I bought laundry stuff was, because I typically will buy a lot of the laundry with my half prices. Like I'll do the laundry bundles, or I'll even use the free. And I don't buy a lot of the laundry. I mean, I use a lot of the laundry, but I get it for free or for half price because I just have those options when I do the fundraisers. So ordering wise, you can place your order in one large lump party, or there are better price points when you enter the party at $500. So you could, if you have like $2,000, you can enter it in as 500, especially if you're using like the half prices for the organization to buy product, and then you have more money to give to the organization. If you're keeping the half prices, you would have obviously way more half prices. The free product is going to be free. It's not going to change, but it's the half prices. And I was getting to the point where I was doing so many fundraisers that I would just do it in one lump, because it was like these half prices, and they add up. Another way that I've done it too, I do a lot of dance teams or volleyball teams. If each dancer has their own shopping page, then we could keep better track of it. Now, some used it and some didn't. So like if I had, Sally and Susie and Lou all had their shopping pages, and Sally ordered it, but Sue and Lou didn't, then I would put Sue and Lou's on Sally's so I could close out that Sally party. Because obviously you want $200 in orders to get that party to get free shipping. So it's a little tricky. I mean, you really have to kind of work with it. There's no like right or wrong way to do it. That's the cool thing about fundraisers, is that there really is no right or wrong. You can do it however you want to do it. Okay. So another fundraiser that I've done just this last fall, and it didn't go over very well, but I'm going to share it with you because it might be just that organization wasn't into it. We did bath bombs, and we did a flat rate of $10 for a bath bomb. And at that time there was just 3 cents. And so I just made a sheet up. Okay. And they got to pick what scents they want. Their name goes on there, like who the checks were made out to. And then we also did, so this one I think had too many options. And so then they got flustered and too many made up options. Then I did the scent circles for 20. And then I only let them pick certain scents because it can be overwhelming, and it just can be overwhelming. So then I picked out the scents that do the best for me. And then I made samples like this, and then just attached them to like a cardstock. Now, granted, all of these samples have been in an envelope and they all smell the same. So if you want, you should probably take them off before you store them. Because they all smell the same. And now I can't use them because Camu smells like Christmas cottage. Then I also did buddy clips for 20. And again, that was just a flat rate, just $20. And then I order them and they get the extra. And then I just made all these up on Google Drive, and then I sent it to the teacher. This was actually for a school on Google, and she printed everything off and stapled it and got it all ready, and I just made the samples, so it was super simple. But we did these 4 options for night lights, and then bars of wax. So we did 3 bars of wax and 1 mini for $40. So again, just kind of keeping it. We never added tax. We just did it always over the price so that the students didn't have to add tax. And it was like either a $20 bill or 2 $20 bills. Like it was super simple of keeping track that way. So that was a nice way to do it. It just wasn't very successful. But again, it could just be, the group that I was doing, the students that I was doing, that sort of thing. So there's fundraiser envelopes. These are awesome. I order them every single time I do my full catalog orders or fundraisers, just because it's super easy to keep track of. There's ways that you can keep track. I go through and I like make sure everyone's customers' names are on here off of the order forms. I double check everything, make sure all the pricing is the same, what I got for money versus what was given to me, what was ordered. Sometimes it just doesn't add up. So as much detail as you can have there, the better, because it will help your bottom line. So I think that's all I have for fundraisers. It is, it can be overwhelming, but it can be really simple too. If you get like the 600 to 700 kids, that could be, a little bit more time that you would need to spend, and ordering that way too. Now, some people, there is a Facebook group on Facebook that is all about fundraisers, and I can't think of the name, but if you would just check out like Scentsy fundraisers, there's gotta be one. There is one out there because I'm on it, and they have a ton of documents that are out there too. But even if you just Google Scentsy fundraisers, there's other people that have put information out there. I know that that's where I got a lot of mine when I started doing fundraisers like 9 years ago. So they're out there. Just kind of look for them, and there's just so many different ways. Just don't get think that you have to do it a certain way, because you don't. You can do it any single way that you want. There's no right or wrong. There's nothing that you can mess up. Like, as long as you have the information and you give it to them correctly, there's really nothing that you can do that would make it go bad or make it go wrong. But Scentsy does not do any of the money exchanging. I don't even think they really talk about it on our websites. Like, you could go out on your PWS and see, but they don't really talk about it because they don't have any function for it. Another just tip is enter everyone's order. Anything that they give you, enter it into your system, because then when Sue's grandma calls or Sally's grandma calls and they say that it's not working, or my light bulb doesn't work, or you sent me the wrong wax or something like that, then you have documentation of that in your workstation, and it's just easier, way easier to keep track of that. And then if you do have something with support that you need to like ship out separately or something like that, it's all of their information is already in your system, and it's super simple to have support either mail out a new light bulb if they think that it's bad, or a new base. That's actually been happening a lot lately with my fundraisers, and I feel like having the more information in the workstation, the better. And that's for all of your orders. Like, you should be putting them in per person. Way back in the day, I loved to add like this bundle with this person and that bundle with that person, and this person ordered 3 scent circles and this person ordered 3 scent circles, and I'm going to put it together, and yes, I'm going to get save a little bit more money. And you can do that, you can completely do that, but knowing what each person has purchased in my workstation has just been way easier with tracking, especially tracking like Bring Back My Bars. If someone orders, let's say, Johnny Appleseed, and then 3 years from now they bring back Johnny Appleseed, it's a lot easier having a Scentsy report ran and know exactly who purchased that versus having 2 people's orders put together, and now you don't even know if that person likes Johnny Appleseed, and you just sent them an email saying, hey, you like Johnny Appleseed, and that person's like, I've never smelled it. Like, it's just easy to keep track that way. So, hey, Jen, did I miss anything? I know you were busy, but no, I didn't. You're muted.
I just said I'll call you after this is over. Yes.
Oh, shoot. Hi, Missy.
Hello.
Cool. Well, I think that's it. Biggest thing is just have fun with them. There's no right or wrong. You determine what you want to give for the amount of money. all sorts of different ways to do it.
And I was just going to say something about I just did a fundraiser, and I don't even know what it's at because the girl hasn't brought me the her orders yet. But I did a fundraiser with it's actually my oldest son's new girlfriend, and she's going on a missions trip. And so we did that. I made up like a flyer that had the around the world globe on it, and then a scripture on the bottom. And then, so I printed that out for her and sent her with catalogs. So basically we were kind of spotlighting that around the world globe warmer for her missions trip to try to get people to order those. But we just did a fundraiser like that, but it was super simple. It was just her. And I actually sold an around the world warmer like a week ago just to one of my customers. So I'm going to give her the profit off of that just because. But
and that's a great idea. Like even if you had like an adoption fund, or, you know, people do that, like to pick some of the baby products or something, that you just pick 1 or 2 products and you just highlight that. And it's, you know, every time that you see it, you know that you helped me out on my mission trip, or, you know, helping us with our babies, or, you know, like something like that. So that's cool. Have you done any fundraisers, Missy?
I have, yes. Am I muted? I don't know.
No, you're good.
It's been a while, but you know, adoption is part of our family story. So we absolutely did adoption fundraisers, and I've done some Scent Circle fundraisers. I love individual fundraisers. I've done them for single moms as well as organizations. So just, and then having left my tax appointment this afternoon, we love fundraisers because it's an opportunity to give back, but it's a tax write-off for us too. So I don't know if you covered that. I was late in joining. So, but you know, we definitely want to keep up with what we're giving back and what we're donating back.
And you want to check with your CPA, because mine doesn't do it. So he says I can't do it. So maybe that's something that I need to kind of check more into, because
I've heard Becca say, as well as my lady says, we count it for advertising. But you know, it depends. Yeah, I've heard Becca say advertising is what we count it for. And with the way the tax laws are going to change next year, just for personal families, you know, mine said this afternoon, it definitely helps to have a home-based business, because home-based businesses are where it's at for deductions. So, but that's just an idea. But anything we donate, you know, sometimes a fundraiser can be like out of the box, like donating product for, once we donate it and it's out of our hands, then they can raffle it off for profit for whatever. Like our the youth at our church are doing a lunch Sunday. We won't be there, but I was asking my husband, I'm like, well, do they need donations? Do we need to donate some Scentsy? And it's a win-win for everyone, because once it leaves our hands, it's up to them what they do with it. So that's kind of an out of the box way to bless people back with our businesses too. So
right. And then you could also do I was talking about whatever you want to do with your half price and your free. Like they have, you know, a certain raffle or something like that. Like you could give either to that organization or to a different organization. So at least it's out of your pocket that you're giving that to.
Ways that we can use our businesses to just literally be a blessing. I had a local organization contact me about some donations for just their teacher appreciation. So I have a big heart for teachers. So that's, you know, I know we're talking fundraisers, but that's another way just to share and give back. Because when we do fundraisers, and I'm sure you covered it, we share our commission, but we still get free and half price Scentsy. So it's just an awesome way to be generous with others. So,
hey, Miss, I don't know, you were just talking about teachers, and my mind is way not here. Sorry. But we did like a postcard like several years ago that was like a fundraiser card for teachers to raise funds to buy stuff for their classroom.
That just, I think that, didn't we?
What?
Wasn't that like a back to school August kind of, or July, August? But that would be cool even to do now too.
I would put that because my thought was instead of doing one big thing, I was going to do like several small prizes, like the Johnny Appleseed room spray. Teachers love room spray. Depends on your school district. Some school districts don't allow warmers in the classroom, but that's where I know one of my ladies is a teacher, and she loves room spray. Lolita says room spray is perfect. Let me get her quote right. Perfect for those private moments in public places when you got to go, but you don't want everyone to know. So she sells a ton of room spray. I did a pouch party recently and stuck a room spray in there for the teachers. There were so many teachers that ordered room spray just because I'd given it as. So I was going to just do several, probably a 6-pack, donate a 6-pack of room spray, be something cool, because I know we just did a fun post on my team page a little while ago talking about a government-funded classroom, and it was Bayer, but then a classroom that the teacher funded it, and it was full of happy, colorful things. Well, I've worked in education, and so much comes out of teachers' pockets. So that is an awesome idea, just to remind teachers. We even do fundraisers to help you fund your classroom. Actually, I recruited a daycare owner who uses her Scentsy business to find fun things to put at the daycare. So many ways for people. We've got teachers on our team now that use fundraise, and it all can start from a fundraiser. Right. That, they may find that, hey, this was easy, and it could be an ongoing way to continually fund, whether room. Teachers have an awesome business just showing up at work every day, because everybody likes their room to smell good.
That's a good idea to send that Johnny Appleseed with a teacher.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That smells really good.
It does. It does smell good. I like it.
Yeah, I haven't had too many people say like they haven't liked it. So it's like nice to know that this is like a common scent, like sometimes it's like either they like it or they like it. Cool. Anything else, Jen?
Not that I know
of. Okay, well, our time's probably up pretty close, huh?
2 minutes, 2:50. So
cool. Okay, well, I'm gonna send you, Jennifer, all of the stuff that I kind of talked about.
Okay.
That I've sent it to you, but just give me till Friday or something when we get back.
That's fine.
Cool.
Thank you, Anne.
You're welcome. Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Bye, Sarah.